Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Titus. Now in this video, I'm here to talk to you guys about how to get free plants. So stick around for that. Alright, so on my previous video, I've talked to you guys about different things in relation to finances, more so buying, selling, auctioning your plants. However, in this video, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about how to actually get free plants. Okay, and it's not in the way of what you think. Okay, so I will talk about and explain what I mean by that. Okay, so in this video, I honestly don't encourage or condone allowing people to take plants in public places such as botanical gardens and or other public areas. The only exception that I probably might think could be okay might be succulents, because they just kind of grow crazy sometimes. However, I don't condone people taking plants from public areas. I would especially be annoyed if people actually started picking plants out of my front or backyard without actually asking for permission. Okay, so just keep that in mind when I'm talking about it in this video. Okay, so the first way of actually getting a free plant is simply asking your family, friends, and or people that are close by to you, or workmates perhaps, okay, who love plants as well. For example, with myself, okay, with my mom and my brother, they have several plants that they actually look after, and there has been several plants that I've actually asked for and they've just given me, okay, cuttings off and different things like that, which I propagated myself later on. Another one was my wife actually had a workmate who loved plants, and then one day she was actually given like a whole bunch and stash of like the syngoniums. I think that's not one of them, but it kind of looks like that. So a bunch of syngoniums, and I propagated them, grew them, and then they're now growing really nice and well downstairs. So yeah, believe it or not, there are people who are actually willing to give free plants. Sometimes all you have to do is politely ask and not abruptly. And obviously when you're asking for a free plant, ask it from someone who you've actually developed a rapport with, not just someone who you've met and then suddenly you see a plant and say, ooh, you can have that Monstera albo right there. Because they're probably gonna get offended and say, haha, nice try, good joke, but no. Okay, so ask for free plants if you can. All right, my next tip is about making a wish list as a gift for a particular or specific plant. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I think when you get to an age of when you get a full-time job, like 22, 23, 25 years old, a lot of the people who are important to you genuinely wants to know what you want for Christmas or your birthday. Okay, and sometimes you might feel ashamed, or it feels a bit shameful to ask for specifically what it is. But if they're willing to go for that particular price range every year when they buy you a gift, then by all means, you know, sort of give them a hint. You know, for Christmas, I'm thinking of getting this plant, or for my birthday, I'm kind of thinking of having this. And sometimes just putting it as like kind of a bit of a joke, but then you're half serious about it, okay? But certainly if you have a wish list for that specific plant that you want, just understand what is their price range or value that they're actually willing to get you. Okay, it might just be a cheaper plant that you want, as per se. All right, so my next tip is about buying bushy plants, propagating and selling them. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So just as an example here, okay, this particular philodendron, I think it's called tiger tooth. Okay, it's got multiple growth points there, probably 4. If I buy one of this plant, it will be the same as when I bought that 4th growth point plants in there. And if I sell this, well, this one's probably, I don't know what the current market cost is with this, but I'll give you guys an example. So there's this pink princess that is really popular in the market, like I don't know if it was last year or several months ago. Anyway, so I bought it for like I don't know if I can share it here, but basically I bought it for half the price that I auctioned or sold it for, and I ended up getting twice the money I got back. So it's so in essence, I ended up getting that plant for free, and I actually earned money out of it. Okay, so if you think that there are plants that have a good market value that's quite rare, please do try to sell and auction them, because you could actually end up getting that plant essentially for free, because once you've sold that off, you got your money back. And in my case, I actually got extra out of it, which is really good. In fact, I still have that plant downstairs and it's still growing and propagating, and then I'm gonna make more cuttings from it, selling it so that I can earn more money from it. Okay, so that's my next tip: buying an established plant and then selling and propagating them, so I end up getting that plant for free. Another one that I have actually is the Colocasia Black Magic, which I have bought for a fraction of price, I think $60 at that time. And I'll put an image of that down here on the side if it is available, and if I do find it, I'm pretty sure it's there. And I ended up getting more babies from it and selling them for $30 each, and I think I've sold about 3 babies so far. Yeah, so I pretty much got that plant for free, covered it, and then ended up getting the mother plant still, and also more babies being produced, which was like a really good investment. So yeah, just understand what type of plants that you can actually buy bushy and then selling some of them if ever you can. The next tip that I'm gonna give you guys is about buying plants that has bargains with it. Okay, so oftentimes, I know that it's not common, but it can be. In other places, they might offer buy one, get one for free, and or buy this plant and get an extra plant for free for a lesser price or something like that. So in that certain case, you would end up buying a plant and then getting the next one for free. So essentially, the second plant is for free. However, you did have to pay for the first one. Okay, but it is still a free plant essentially. Okay, another thing that you could do to actually get free plants, and I've traded, I think, multiple plants before, but one of the ones I have here is an Aglaonema. Okay, so this one, I haven't actually managed to bought an Aglaonema before, purely because the ones that they had in the market were quite bushy. I actually do have some downstairs now, but the ones they had in the market were quite bushy and they were like $50. And I just wanted a small, tiny one, regardless of what it is. This one's actually more of the pinkish color. I don't really particularly like pink, to be honest, but it's popular with some ladies out there. It can be good for the market. This one is not really a fast grower at the moment, but it certainly was quite nice to have received this for free. I traded it for a cast iron plant that's variegated, and yeah, I think that was a pretty good trade, if anything. Okay, so trade your plant. Okay, my next step is in relation to buying in bulk and then asking for some freebies. Oftentimes, believe it or not, okay, if you have been a vendor or a seller, it's actually quite beneficial when customers buys in bulk, and often you make tons and tons of money out of it. And sometimes if they ask for 1 or 2 plants that are freebie, it actually doesn't necessarily make it as a loss, because there's already so much gain that they have given because of the amount of plants that they bought. So oftentimes when you buy in bulk, don't be shy to ask for a bargain. Okay, you might say, oh yeah, I'll buy the 10, can I get the 2 for free? Or I'll buy 10, can I get the 1 for free? Because essentially it's kind of like getting a discount, but instead of a discount, you're getting a free plant. Okay, so try to buy in bulk if you can, if you are a bulk seller. Otherwise, if you're not really into that plant business, then it's not really relevant for you. The next tip that I'm gonna give you guys is about joining Facebook groups and or community groups that may specifically give out plants. Okay, for example, there has been several community groups that I have joined where people are just willing to throw away cuttings and plants. And oftentimes, because for them it becomes a weed, but for some people it may actually be a treasure. Okay, so if you actually look out for those plants that are actually just being thrown out and you might want to own, okay, go ahead and actually, without any shame, ask for it, because they're just gonna throw it away anyway. So you might as well just get it, rehab it, and then have a new plant with you, okay? And then the last tip that I'm gonna give you guys to get free plants is about joining online plant competitions. Okay, there's actually tons and tons out there, and you'll be surprised what type of plants that you will actually win. Okay, so I've won several plants before. I've actually won a Scindapsus pictus argyrius. I've won a Philodendron Brazil. I've won a Syngonium Fantasy. You guys might have seen it in my previous videos before. And then one of the ones that I have here on my background, which I've shown in my early videos, is the Ficus Ruby. So I actually have won this in an online plant competition, and I'm really proud to have actually ended up making it live and not die. Okay, and those other plants are actually still living downstairs as well, which is really good. So if you end up joining online competitions, and I know that it's not very frequently that you're gonna win, and it's often a luck of draw, you have to really cast your net out there, join tons and tons of competition, because certainly eventually there will be something that you will win, and it's just the most ecstatic feeling when you actually win a free plant. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you guys have enjoyed listening to all those different tips that I give you guys in relation to how to get free plants. If you have liked this video, please go ahead and click that like button. If you do want to see me make more videos like this, then please go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, goodbye and God bless.